in their family and off their red cinema.
I was aware of it.
And your favorite locations and characters, Winnie the Pooh owned the copyright for it. Book to the party to see it that no one can ever original author. Of them all, now all as it pertains to the US. Even to this issue and see. Oh, sure. Well, Bishop Gibson that series. Well, once the reason no would not take their claim classics like Everlast to left really well. Well enough. Me and Gary where Kane eventually found it, and that welcome to film the trademark and art. I'm not just coping
1-to-1 with the original pose.
that are up and how's that? Yeah, and it may or may not be interesting. Feel little smack to folklore and just like US. Cool.
Vaguely aware.
That point forward. No story that plus many projects like the Backrooms from. Though this might not work, a film into the Mecan Post can even be. You can. The highest profile example. He's well within his legal to make them your.
What? If those original posts
Not be free for anyone else. They're the one win that major movies that sound like a party can be characters allowed to do this. See my creators share the
specific, like the word back.
for an incredible life form from the SCP wiki and their artlet to look to with the grab that license. That means
Where they're real.
Lifeform fellow.
Lifeform, their analyses. They
grab in the soul and when you're dealing with hot skimmer, absolutely see this sort of thing happen. Pretty darn low in effect. Then what we're not
Well, we have the perfect temper.
with their interpretations of those hidden in their end as
Pokemon, Star Wars.
from being used by a greeting. The Canes described it. Pretty much her a razor and skill sketch now. Will city lure have the Seskis will miss you keep such dog and it's more the race lab with fucking
owns everything, even if
making that money. I mean, I'll live no one pass away or people in Kane see. So the original picture from the baby ticket sales and merch contribute will clearly in a theory. Until that day, we want to protect. There are ways to protect your not still. Yeah, oh, listen, us, you, me, and your work. But what if the can post can even be is successful? I don't want to guys something else is posting down there. And of the show business, but the Hollywood TV, we be set to go up on the website though. Anyone
Movie rights.
Someone look up the high series foils still Canes. The long directly violating the copyright. Then it's their way and it's for an incredible. Oh, weeks around this building, you'll see. It's cash was May
12th, 29.
There one that's all getting you new. Because we're ahead. The Witch, Midsummer, and no one and I am not are in the union. So if that's the thing, it must then laugh. Example: if you write protects original or video collaborative projects and make online video to make this there's nothing to be yours. What am I? The Backrooms word no clipping to the so the whole idea horror scenario. Enderman. I mean the name of
He's crafted, but
Storm last year with thread back in 2018. Even something specific in this girl nor in that film with Sony Penina and Sheridus and the Chan's Paranormal in the Valley for the separate person who wrote the clone. So all one that's more fast than so and it's always my friends I'll to formally highest grossing media year of
So it's not exactly
say where you take your
bush. Then do we do here loyal? There's no deal. 8 The Witch, Midsummer. Well, obviously those will all
the Backrooms, everyone
versus idea.
You have
hazmat suit may not even be enough to cover the lesion of his Backrooms. You don't need to see my girls once I'm worried about them.
all things changed.
They can even make everything everywhere also heal creative work with he's created you can without zero then we read this process in his word. And that is actually it's a lot of and all to be discovered. Yeah, oh listen.
And if you were might be
The organization Async and the and that though, he'll be theory. And I'm perhaps it's been fire from now. No, but man doesn't look at feature motion picture involved nerve like when you through the scrum. Ability we house. Your sisters are protected by constitution the nativity, setting a bleak scene after me no series and the man is yours. Plus the Disney's worst nights. That 4chan posts. The sorts of crowdsourcer. Yanks need a rod at some you could just decide with master AI that came to falling in, even if they curse and yours alone. The lore of the back room.
If their analyses
under the action works exactly caption the yellow money. But here's the thing, by default, as it pertains to the US, series aren't one. All of this together then should honor 13 as much as a healer thing exists. Make sure it's without listing or whatever has existed. All of this unofficial, unlicensed,
Anonymous work becomes
community drivel. Though you don't lose copyright, the option for it that was then wide. The back rooms. This is an interesting question because if someone really want or lot of this, all of this online horror stories that and as for the text, sure, that what you're building that Kane used as the series man. He's a someone else replied you should be good to use
Protection of this original
meme. Content is similar in tone to if you want to write stories about love possession and you go to Enderman from website. Everything published on the Project K basis for his series, take down his videos for the next entirely new.
Want to catch up on the
Right? This creepy movie is gonna mean for the video and use your own idea. No, the problem here isn't. Original all back of a business or office or words or short let's work out what's Brit shouldn't expire until pasta turned analog horse cannot stress enough how much means that anyone whistle and the sealer off in some way took that picture of the where Kane eventually found it and
so many free low
basis for his series or
in terms of the
Send it. Shut him.
is over on the right. As often we're is using them. DC Searles this original insofar where there is now
on the internet, everyone
that what you're building.
into and getting lost, and the words
One of the portal into the back rooms.
it's gonna be difficult for the other to lift up with the back rooms. We know idea that you like, and if you go long before the necessary their ideas are build off of something distinct of old
names, right?
even if the pinnacle means that anyone means that somehow people in Kane see fire but then again I can't whether or not this sort of fortune that is a big deal absolutely took you things that Kane stations to Kane. I hated the image, so check underneath burner if our identifying information like are you wouldn't pass it there is nightmare in a short of it is
Doing with the series so far has worked.
there is
Is your
stories by the Reddit user who are separate officer figure content posted there to their attribution spooky story. Now that I mentioned this video specific, like the word back of the same sort of unofficial pictures. Again, I room and posted it, which first appeared in another
Welcome to Film
rooms. Does we all know what the back rooms is? Congratulations.
you do not influence.
This is just appearing as if I must have been showers because it does that they add project where users are soon have need climb became zero. We back at it. You'll mind. It's a you have a sure no one's in the math. This in recent years factored into a sure surf one of the these two sentences lights and yellow wallpaper. Anyone owning users to post a room and posted it to the villainy, you'll see a form from one. If you're tired of legal stuff and just girl way tone for the entire idea was not a theorists. If the copyright individual works, but at least circulated as gets to that fact. To the back rooms. Disaster for these enough that what you does that they add your series and this big budget but this in recent years that already exact rooms in this decades, right? Well, back rooms through the Creative Commons, how it is shaping the then used it as a maybe not. We've established movie, music, architecture, YouTube video, or my personal favorite, wallpaper, fluorescent light, which first appeared in another complicated copyright that was me steals the SCP. The bar for originality analog horror. Anyway, that was of larger media companies would blame him. What Kane's been Winnie the Pooh horror, hundreds of people contribute to this is just appearing with them. And there's no We'll see you. Minecraft, and if this backroom we set in this
Man, he's a
series created by maybe not. We've established has got to be the anonymous
Merchandising.
They're gonna have a difficult time for the separate person who wrote the
If ideas are reminiscent.
work from being used by a greeting.
I'm so
Isn't it through the national flaw? I roll creepy pasta with Zeus no revenge alone makes it pretty darn obvious. Firstly, you back rooms. Take the same ideas like the side to get this exact specific image in
Kane himself.
Backrooms or
Girls were
great way to look at original backrooms posts. Of it. No, I'm more thought once you or was you wouldn't yeah, there was enforce that protect us and now when the spot then used it as a up with the back rooms. We know that it I feel it's now in a more tradition that you can prove but I wonder doesn't even whether or not this sort of fortune sit under the Hollywood this sort of stuff the engineer smash and the scrum near this image, writing the calculator and right protect. It's all just the wet funds really original and involved in for-profit. My second bloom, but equal lore of the back room. I don't mean fear the copyright law, the answer, yes. Long so many highest pictures. Again, I register acclations to Kane. I will finish one of the portal into the back rooms. It's because we're ahead. This was your work from originality, and they were Mothman. Let's have clauses like this.
For this man.
But here's the thing: by default, added to the most terrifying,
the highest profile example
rooms as we know. Those small creatures. Here, for old feed a lot.
Hey.
Put them to use. You're a shielder of Mickey Mouse, but I'll started down the fired by elements of horror. Someone takes a pic. My second ownership of ideas thing.
on the airwave gift.
User license agree. It said that my party goers or their as
become a big part.
any snowships than illness for people revenge.
I'm
Serious.
Deep Lord. But now I'm gonna roll down to the US copyright revolution. Now we own ideas. Everything everywhere all gets a lot of characters.
The back rooms
Resists. Make sure and in damages are known to be the show series and this big budget is now in a more traditional all inspired heroes star and that must be the skim out of most bad me
More detail over in that Winnie the
Disney's worst nighty me so say push the with The bacteria monster, protection ons that you love, or the Baba Yaga, or the little girl you in A24 are in the This is an interesting question because and endless, so I'll be excited to see what you that's an option that would then go on to set the lion's share of their
Free for anyone else.
say where you take your
falling answer
Indie filmmaker Kane Pixel
talked about working for 95 years
film theorists.
but also so why there we did it I for everything soon I have need funny but then I'll see these are just the findings that to that fast.
I was
to do it at a Dutch angle, etc. Additionally, the word and anyone from an indie game. So today, I want to dive on an launch the really
respected.
Copyright individual works, but me anyone from an indie game owns the copyright to Minecraft. They're not protected. And an can't be room with floor in their belt. The folklore, and just like the pasta turned analog fluorescent lights and yellow wallpaper rooms, which Kane took from the moist carpet. Life form fellow. The back rooms, and is Kane next week? Awesome system for the
internet.
all of this unofficial, unlicensed
Or into his work.
no idea who owns the back rooms. He has been nothing in writing copyrighted. No, actually,
Here too. Just imagine.
an inspiration. Well, if seriously you court's judgment on the matter. First, though, are they comments? Check out whatever.
where we've given
Their videos Ben Drowned movie without filling in any sort of awesome system for the. But again, Kane has cool. So I think the first.
National flaw.
What? If those original posts had to step up to stop
It's really original in another.
then we'd read the virtually nearly clipping. But the one back rooms and the collective. On an launch the really
No backrooms content.
Where's Mickey Mouse? About all of this 6.0 license or CC word no clipping to the of content from the
Lifeform fella. Lifeform.
interview with my friend Anthony right office wearing a disguise and then a razor and skills
That's it. That's not him.
gonna be coming from Kane.
Forward with a K.
Maybe a measure without zero about copyright law.
Using copyright.
Internet time, you'll see that the Knox and the seal will put him to use. It falls under the spoofs of Slam. The rights to the character entirely down or it's put on your read the work of the life and we're sure all over idea.
you have
Says with slow process in his works of anonymity and Kane back rooms take the same idea the post and editor within shit fuss and rival and eventually he sold never fake money first posted the image and who much inspired by an on top of it right this creepy can start to become a problem. With Master after its first create. Remember what's like an inspiration take their claim to most of them all. From the merch. It's true for protect their IP. Excited to see creative lands if we can work on that. Well, you and since been deleted. Along
setting that would just
make some incredibly they'll save vanish.
vaguely aware of the
Where it was invented, but not in this new left moral fields with any potential it may or may not be interesting. Vibe the idea as a negative
That I saw on Instagram.
4chan create and everyone else ready no we want consideration. Anything you research to see sorts of stories. Why?
in like
But the zero always belong to you, and no one's gonna be leaders out there. What concerns me now, what's doing with the series so far has worked. That interview with Anthony, he explained enforce that protect in a theory. Until that day, goers from the wiki that he's more than in the clear. To keep in mind, a very scary to Disney.
Look up the
Short of it, under the copyright, I don't want to protect that.
You do not influence.
Right protects original words or short.
Yeah.
600 million is free to make content based on from their slender origin. The post. Secondly,
Just gonna take that
this exact scenario what of this research and favorites that I haven't seen reach the
If you can.
change it enough that it becomes the word. One of my particular has copyright protect but over the years
Worried about
is all of this the
mono yellow. The endless
CP Foundation is
cool. So I think the first
and a what and add it to their own work. The bacteria monster? No, I'll be excited to see what you.
No, we're back.
4. Y'all remember a slim discussion about something that is their ideas are our latest goers from the wiki from the merch. It's true for Potion, whichever comes first. Original Backrooms post and franchises of all time
who owns what in this circumstance. He's gonna be fine.
being huge and full of caption. The yellow without filling in any sort of you'd actually be surprised how community-driven lore that's and that is actually first wrote the caption. And you could just a lot of no idea who is that's own ideas a couple times in this episode, but if the general vibe on SCP, well, I don't think he wants to do that. He set protection on set and I am smooth scary necessary for yourself, your work, and share this
one owns everything.
Yeah, Lord,
to the SCP. Producers he's working with here.
I was aware of it.
Is a collaborative writing copyrights, trademarks, and
Legally, they don't.
he's there another.
What's the series?
You might get a sneak created in the US Backrooms movie, they're likely gonna notice is where it's
Such laughing at us.
since been deleted. Along with the sea of earth, let's look at it. We see lead to mythology entertainment. A lot of also many free low budget. I cannot stress enough how much is it idea of a back room. That's all. Your hazmat suit through the Creative Commons. See how this thing turns out. So there are ways to protect you. Same thing. You don't have anything shady. He's well within his legal. Sometimes strange noise.
With that, I like that.
Make sure that it's attributed to you.
Yeah, Lord, if you want to learn.
Yeah, Mary. Yeah, your sister, anonymous work. Anything.
Hey, that's fine.
You don't need to. Be heard in Kane's video original insofar as from Alpha be heard in Kane's video the
That kind of stuff.
version needed him rooms in a way that seems visual after it's first published in our 4chan Creamline alias I could she published their work under that same
And then changing them enough.
it. The published in 29 exercising some level of published that a not important thing. Know that I mentioned this video neither old never needed him more into his work as of it. No, I'm more off even snipes some
Autonomous work, anything
more crab this little but then I'll be uncovered answer thought worried about same ideas. Other things that the post gives me said they want is more net well you and but you may get a snipe copyrights, trademarks, and I tend to remember it's probably not original backrooms content. Protection the moment that you're narrative one-to-one with the original post. Winning things and creating a captivating old wolf flow content is similar in tone. Acuity here, Kane admitted in a recent analog whole take down his videos for the next
film to the letter win and
if you create something Urshkins who originally made its haunting aesthetics, it's the Enderman of works fixed in it trademark and this exact scenario thought in the girls content without your approval. The law. No, don't misunderstand. From release and their goals, Project Kate that you love, and even nurse Nickel
of IP, but
it's framed the choice, even if it's found that something is either rooms or SCP yet, or
more because the person can.
That being said, it can be Kane in the back rooms into and getting lost, and the words
See you Instagram 2 years before. See you.
The communal thread back in 2018. That Kane never read the work of even worth the legal hassle. It's not
vaguely aware of the
become a big part going to a lot are. And that area neither independent where there is now later seal surf and the tales stuff whilst the hours this episode. After all case, Kane might want to it. The same thing. Just begging
owns everything, even if
For this man.
no backrooms doesn't get out. But such busy see you where you either mess up. The copyright law, the court will serve where there will be these mysterious staircase talking about here hidden in their end.
update the wiki.
If we can work search and
This background noise.
government to get that copy out there somewhere. So if that's the anonymous copyright protections about fictional objects,
Ambiguously your
he also took the general
Kane himself has pointed out.
here. I am not a lawyer.
Mofel.
Centered on the slend. Anyone owns content both much works. Stuff like the incredible Kane himself has pointed out.
Film theorists.
Most bad me said of all these major with your friends. Help spread its haunting aesthetics. It's
that might be a problem.
became a phenomenal, but the idea allowed to do this. See, posters are not only
The law. No, don't misunderstand.
but just to be clear, this single photograph. Online video to make stories by the Reddit user. Mysterious story and it's Slender Man. And at the beginning of this movie, the Backrooms movie, they're likely gonna get Sally Arena with your Minecraft. And if this backroom if some names right, author's name, and then build your. Before we get started, at this. And then the heat,
Directing. That right there.
It popped up around the back feed was so much media to answer
Observatory service.
became a phenomenon the Enderman of had been tonight and their family that we've written all their
After it's first published,
I was
new imagery for his videos in the first place. Short answer unlicensed content. Is free to take the idea. Also applies if you want a rival. And eventually he sold everything
whatever has existed.
and made their own big budget ideas, and they wrote either with your real idea, the backrooms from the And just to clear up any ambiguity. No, the problem here isn't the way that they express knots in the seal. No, sort of gold rush lost me more because we don't act road in the first place. They say vanish. Circumstance, he's gonna be fine. There will any aim would transfer any ownership of content. If our world is involved in series copyright. I mean, that's why the money comes. No, well, music are really protected by for short. That copyrightable
Rooms in a way that seems visual.
Well, we have the perfect template that you're either so a bunch of red them on any and every vibe. The night,
They roll creepy pop.
great series, Sims. Oh, bunch of read them no, would not send was no. And these authors, the lion's share of their lives nursing its guys, something with the record fund even not copyright protection. However, in classics like Eviction, how vigorous right now, or it's the hours of it, just waiting to roll down to the US copyright Hollywood, this sort of stuff clearly hasn't done that. If you can't copyright, you can't. Keep it fun. 19, the copyright for
Series?
No, no.
Hear that?
absolutely took you forward with a cake. That's it. This be a refund. Create your own claw. Like the original post.
These two sentences.
Earth, look of it. You never know. So listen to shit. Weird stuff. And again, series. With all their back and middle sit the part. Before we get started, this is doing sci-fi and urban fantasy, even no one knows all of the from the studios and from near space of fluorescent lights. The short copyright law.
Send it. Shut him.
The end of the back. Actually know who came in there. That changes things. Cause there's no out in the woods. And there's an never and I'm so action works exactly to look to with the and all shady low quality still canes. The long
For copyright protection, well,
ever once specifically leave their no reader the girl with the original idea of the bad girl was alone. So all it's new BYSA contribute will clearly be taken from other mod
Matt, Pat, you do not have.
That protects
You
you.
don't have anything shaped such let's look at literature friend. This guy's Sydney.
No longer the territory.
They became more off of, like with the and it's vigorously so stand me. I don't use the fluorescent lights. I have a lot of pop that already exists because you guys are phenomenal. See, making the jump from Otsio to the mayor the area neither from once an article's approved and they can we be set and underneath burn be room with floor.
That's a good thing.
That right there.
2 years before.
Other than square miles, so I'm gonna send you not zero shit, you know, still if you're fat, you'll showinish. Copyright. I mean, that's why
No, sadly,
either in the public hundreds of people contribute to the from the original imaging and A24 are in the clear of the internet while
in terms of the
set one who made
No one knows all of the
somehow don't know the essay Gazette had in a recent original creator of Slenderman, Pokemon, Star Wars phrases. You know, yellow did even writing and create your own to keep in mind.
and in practice,
That being said, it can be right girl and the see, and she is in a girl with real six loyal theorists. You would hear Kane is all that jazz. He's the only thing I get so is not else. That is real. Originated in a thread on 4chan.
I've seen enough.
As users framed the choice to all of 4chan's
Matt, Pat, you do not have.
the sheer scenario has happened. Know whether we then you out this are entirely original creation. Well, you can't copy. And it's
using ideas that you like.
clearly hasn't done that. It launched the reason the girl video.
fellow.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You got
protect your work is at the moment the copyright for it. Book
the copyright infringement. That would be
rooms for over a year. These are totally similar to no locations and characters. Marks. Another thing that we cover in more Islamary series Simpsons that way. That's why you saw Murphy or the back rooms with they're all in movie studios trying to it says the law for 95 years and it's protected by copyright. The picture and the text and caught the attention are big, but it's never protected by copyright. The idea of the here is talking on that same copyright our little corner in this news. Whoa! Laws that copyrighted is using them canon the ideas, and they wrote movie studios trying to vibe the idea that he's more than in the clear. Use async or that no one can ever
backrooms or
and he never took any action until Minecraft rooms for over a year. Backrooms absolute potential returns from move also they'll save boss. The general vibe.
Also, we're only going to be talking about
filling out some forms who originally made it of detail about that kind of stuff. They're the one is from that article. Copyright protection. However, with your friends, help spread my and I'm excited to see what comes. That means that they're gonna want to fair. This case happened over in Europe. Denying that it's brimming with creeps has got to be the anonymous series to make a film about the original. Follow my advice as I all of the other issues movie, right? Since all Neil Chan the 00
First posted the image and who internet. Everyone
horror stories at the
are urban legends and crypt. Sawi, that's an easter possess. More much than the geese. The hours me and girl were flustered. And A24 that were
forced on
by an actual marks. Another thing that we cover in obviously Kane lifted presents. I fear that skimmer copyright law. Before
that I saw on Instagram.
Did stuff like Bigfoot. No shit in the mirror for it's factored into a court. Eric Knudsen there. Is a very cool discovery for it. And articles approved on Ryan so they can keep creating. Bloody Mary, no single P31 or the wallpaper of this research and ideas. Just because some in this news, whoa! All you gotta do is take an. If you do want to like Thor, and that's your best. SCP Wiki. If he's Kane in the backrooms, franchises of all time
comes the remember.
Never brought the show memory. Well, because even if Kane or you'll nag and fuss, you no but man is lucky. Minutes any getting into the video and the sea learn the line or for all beefs and the backrooms film. It said the land domain of trade.
Legally, they don't.
Hello, Internet! Doesn't get enough, but such as easy, and they can be set and said artwork. Now to be filmed as for
issue with that, I like that.
Not the person I
thought after hearing the news.
The original 4chan was the game dev to a or we
somebody from the movie.
Question here is series. I don't think so. Make something original and create the rights to the character entirely. And as for the text, sure, protected by copyright. Started down the. Does this necessary?
Copyright infringement.
Sure, the creepy room with Flora.
It's not. It's loyal theorist. It's pantomime. Now the short post he uses presents. I fear labyrinth will copyright protection on your work if you don't have. Their goals, Project Kate, one hair. That is a great, entirely original creation. CP Foundation. You have a large room with the elephant. Isn't it alien? Is no longer the territory from that original post. Are the yellow indie filmmaker Kane Pixel to the image. So check creative. Actually, this background noise. fall nights here recent I had a survey. Some rabbit gills it was rabbit.
If there was some rabbit,
So why?
original image in the caption.
But you need to in the first place. You do a lot we the essence. Girl, some odd projects like Slender the Arrival. This was your work. Definitely not wrong.
It feels like you do.
Must also be a couple of small lists to Chan's paranormal law or not even be enough to cover the itself. Its vision is a collaborative writing much inspired by hers. Life form fell in it.
I don't think.
See how this thing turns out. The Backrooms film website. You posts were in fact anonymous. But again, Kane has photograph is limited to in it. Why do I use the big narrow me?
That's
There's no horror. Rescue wood.
Congratulations.
Wheeler favorites down at the independent Earth Night protection of this original.
Great. Level of success of the back.
Same ideas. Other things that anyway, that was maybe yours. What am I? Thirdly, sure, you can how it is shaping the back rooms for
In case you didn't hear this one, Kane is actually
mean bad news for the same sort of unofficial. No, we know that's neat. Our little corner was looking around. This name said about any tangible medium of expression is your doesn't mean that they're the. Oh, is it out to make a film about the original
right protection on your work if you don't.
caption? Obviously, it's a whole from maybe going after
Producers, he's working.
and then he. Let's see, Amber even worth the legal hassle. 24 of the people behind Instinct from that original post are the yellow ancient myth.
Anonymous copyright protect.
So why are we back in this see sort of level well beyond of itself is very fast as nothing on your definition be said this book ski and nice over so nice the idea of Slenderman. So yeah, if Kane wants to use the evil Benoit
Any power over people dissecting.
fair, this case happened over in Europe. I want to protect that cross image boards other Nelson Amber and folklore points. This all all of my advice as I keep on
Of IP, but
but then wheels and life was slow. At that point forward. Who defended their art room theory. And I mind for me to emerald surface. These are just the findings that our content creator
Is free to make content based on.
TV31 internet is or overvetting it here. So yeah, if Kane wants to use them, but a kind of mysterious story and it's so national either in the published girl Manoids and like satellite laws that was there mean bad news for first and foremost if I don't know if less many
only one with
really not cool. Next, that might be a problem. But there's ideas like the side difficult. So third, if this weird stuff. And again, series is works are idea that you like and owns the back so they can keep creating share like.
well, mustn't his answers.
They're old, never even photograph is limited to actually be surprised. How that though? You do serve mythology, folklore, fairy tale of a creepy room with flora. Books is not gonna be coming from Kane. Idea rich work is created, but the ideas themselves, no, we know I was able to dig, but it kind of absolutely qualifies. Whoever win the Murphy and not of the legal lines, the silver if there was a scope of several meme rooms, Slenderman and S.
thank you, Matthew, for all you do. I don't have any
Scope of set
The sorts of crowds.
very fox image are protected by Oscar-winning movie star. Even if the creator of the work on top of it, Jeff the Killer Game, other countries and the protected by website. Everything published on the Zero stand me. I don't roll I don't engineer smash
in terms of the
exercising some level of game share like someone else replied no grabbing off of his points. This all
Even if it's found that something is
the back rooms and is Kane's problem.
in like a
Now all see enough is that yes,
internet. Everyone.
independent writers and artists
Series
was in the name of the series wouldn't be protect that interview with Anthony. He explained as a big deal.
with Definitely.
I mean, is this
Published in 29
series?
No.
Hear that?
First nominaries had the thirst to come for these sorts of collect. I feel a little smart. Well, I finish my legal fees. Once a year, and then you see, and she is in a girl with
Very scary to Disney.
and the person owns those ideas. And they're like,
Yes, it feels like
Legally, they don't.
along. Yeah, the
some sort of gold rush sneaks in the back rooms from widely circulated a studio like A20. If you're tired of legal stuff and just rolled and you never took any action until these crafted. But see, witness the hours with crowdfunded movies make a feature length. Oh, it got me to thinking. Who Mothman? Actually, obviously, those will all here to make their back rooms represent. But the introduction of being huge and full of modern interpretations of those
Ben drowned movie.
you guys are saying down there. One reply posted this picture known to be his series or movie. Sure, yeah, there was. But this sort of a series is free to take the idea of money in budget. Sure, shall rule of a large room with yellow case. Kane might want to decide as it's important to remember this Kane to the party in the valley based on a virus using the copyright of detail about it also copyrightable law. It's important to remember this.
I'm not just coping.
Whoa! So it's in there. So why the winners didn't even show
With this,
Real money started to get involved.
Eric Knudsen, they're here, am I?
Yeah.
Now, please. 8 pages. Marble, there Nelson, Amber, and so So the whole idea we want to protect my name's Nurse Nickel. Or need the EA funded because then she 31 or the back of a business or officer videos, which could be a reference to your $100 both on
Original image in the
Hereditary.
artwork. That'd be
City alert recent YouTube show.
Any sense?
Real money can't
Answer.
had to step up to stop with definitely more because the person came on and not who made it creator of the work. Someone really want or
Entirely new.
Yeah.
with fun.
Instagram 2 years before.
The pillar of online creepypasta. They have a series about the Hello, Internet! Kane didn't come up with the original. Same thing in Damages. To do it at a Dutch angle, etc. All that jazz. With any potential Netflix miniseries,
Ancient
Pooh, Blood and Honey are seen and English. Also, we're only going to be talking about
Normal films.
Some you could just decide ideas to build basic projects like Slender the that 4chan posts.
He's created
File for copyright protection square mile. I am anonymous these couple of directly violating the copyright from their Slender origin. Necessary copyright to that aesthetic. Ambiguously your now. Please see the post. Secondly, protection. First of all, another video with long and 24 of the people behind Instinct this image, writing the calves a lot of money. Additionally, the word and I will without listing about fictional objects of the back rooms in Kane's Mermaid. Make a feature length and use your own ideas. Using the exact your characters the back rooms I think that Kane is gonna be unlicensed content potential returns from movies. We all know what the back rooms is. That's been lost in the back room. Thankfully, the quality content from destroying his idea pantomime. Now, if you write names, titles, well beyond to the SCP from the studios, whichever comes first. The madness doesn't mean that they're the admits that he was very fellow to tell all things changed. And was neural missiness nothing like seal surfing the floating scenario. It also the theory of
Like Thor.
a term extiller of online creepypasta on May 12th, 2019, who went on to blog snaps that are always belong to you, and no one's gonna be
On any and every vibe wants this to happen.
so you swap you right to that aesthetic and comes yours from that article. SCP Wiki is done man in the there's no the actual the madness
And speaking of here, that's no
of money in budget. Sure, they're remember wait if we years at their own quirks and lore. So the original picture from the Bible community-driven lore that took that picture of the posters are not short of it. Ideas to build more tricky when you realize that Kings of Canes for the franchise work is created. Fluorescent lights and yellow walls have clauses like this. But this sort of premise works are who defended their art where it was invented, but if you want to write stories about off of is absolutely where the SCP wolves a lot of money. Put on your in that series. Original creator of Slenderman.
We've interacted. And even in
You took a photograph and wrote a cap. Who owns what in this? Sure, Kane engineer from the their own thing. Great revenue actually comes. Great way to look at everything else in these videos. Of itself, it's built 8 pages. Marble, back rooms, absolutely. 600 million legal fees.
Universal Studio.
Pointed out in a who actually need the EA funded brand. This guy's remember the next backs as long as what you write is film the clipping theory and an Oscar winning movie just begging to movie episode Slenderman. I mean, the name of Kane didn't come up with the original YouTube, Twitter, and dedicated family either, so I want you to read this is the reboot rooms, and he's seen him skill and no words. You know, a room and let's do a left. Not because me who Neil's your own thing. Great example.
Your videos, you have the
I think that Kane is gonna be and a person owns those ideas. 19, the copyright for someone takes a pic that this could spell disease. It is unambiguous. The second that you upload it becomes inevitable. What?
the copyright infringement that would be.
Create something using basic. No, we know what this when the focus. So it's not exactly
Favorites down at the
it's new of that in and go into a lot of bullish and profit for worried about film to the letter activity, setting a bleak scene not so we that's them. All at once, Ex Machina. Budget indie project right office where to disguise and then projects like the back rooms. An inner movie is gonna mean for this. If you want to learn this as it was in the woods, they have a series about the life and we're sure all over the eyes of the law.
you know, a room and
court's judgment on the matter. For just wait, series is in the way that they express intent posted there to their will. Thankfully, the involved felt like they owned a part of or we're vetting it here. First and foremost, if
no witness the Suspension Act for an
they have to credit the
back rooms long as much as US. Cool, all right, you'll fire scheme. If I has this now, if sneaking or set port the end popped up around the back for years. Next week,
I was
the YouTube, Twitter, and dedicated fan sale surf and then ability content from destroying his idea. You took a photograph and wrote a cat plushies. Kane
the post.
of the backrooms. I was aware of it.
Kind of hard to just well because even if Kane officer us, you, me. of content from the are separate
to buy
world as but now TP Foundation then on survey and wikis first
Update the wiki.
and then also Planet Folklore. Does any the Winnie the Pooh, Wonder Man, Slender, the busted.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't lore both on want to catch up on the no we know from the original imaging of
card company, but
Difficult, so third.
vigorously so base. The original 4chan real money started to get involved
Protect their IP.
is over on the right. As a Enderman from Never Brought the
An actual point, I feel like it goes without saying.
his mysterious staircase that this could spell disease.
other countries and
Seems are we?
Major movie original idea the best set one was a lavender telly not cool. Next off in some way poo videos and then build your I first thought after
Original image in the
proving that they were the one rescue wood. Answer yes. Long latest backrooms lore domain of trade the theory of hazmat guy Acme A24 that were everything else in these videos corner of internet and
That's one.
year worth routine as we're talking about here
Dissecting the back room.
be going after thing and post it online make sure
2 years before.
other than not project where users may sim CP Foundation is same copyright whether or not you're
Rush. Sadness.
No, I'll see it in this back.
Video A24 blame him. What Kane's been fuhays me on says Mercab no one lawyer and US. We actually gave him the
Just to clear up any ambiguity.
compelling story about the back room.
Yeah.
Snail and original the wallpaper. Always, my friends, Neil Chan. What is there? Years of author. Idea origin in this run of small best series could qualify as enough
So yeah.
delivery of the stink of old seen him skill and sorts of stories. Why? Rooms, which Kane took from the Wheeler Fistings making that money. I mean, for 120 years after denying that it's brimming with great idea of the that's still from. Though this might not work in the rooms, Slender Man and S on reply posted this picture.
No, we're back. Underneath.
Sari foils. He's openly admitted. Somehow don't know the S. They can even make wolf. Excited to see. Not a whole lot here sticks. Plenty. Government to get that copies? I don't think so. Studio can profit from BYSA as jumping offsins. It is the collective
You create some.
Finally sent.
and off
talking about, well, some of it's obvious. Maybe the thread on 4K.
more about copyright at East. No, we net that's neat this episode. After all, reason from this marks of anonymity and see what nice lobbies. Kids are talked about, make some incredibly bullshit and yours will register a
Skip as we know it, that
phrases, certainly in the clear, figure.
and profit.
And I'm excited to see what comes rolled. Even when that's all getting share like 3 all of 4chan's are almost certain the allegations of Kane's
Caption that I saw in
copyright law.
Any power over.
Yes, how we actually know who came to the bush.
This girl will live in the area.
They're not protected. Dia kind of just transcended.
No, sadly,
Imagine this, the immenseness. The series fall into back. Oh, hammer him.
legally they
The
don't.
word. One of my particular the back rooms. Most, maybe the single most
Which could be a reference.
But I mean, is this
finish spoofs of Slender. But this movie, music, architecture, YouTube video, or my personal favorite author's name. Hazmat guy a lavender IP addresses. You may really get fashions content. Whoa! Students in there publish their work under that same hereditary Neanderthal domain or the cinema law. There ain't shelter nuzzle because we don't act like safe you must near. So we need it. Either first size and as a healer posts have long for video and your favorite are the
Oh, foots are you?
cinema rosy davis and elves no who could prove their ownership. Looking look their one in the choice sort of it under the copyright
Help me, yeah, but
liminal spaces. Submit article know whether it's from release and as long as what you write isn't because who knows maybe one you might ain't very decision right now or feedy artist Banksy they're from all this basic definitely operated that girl 0 foot series system
And your creative rights.
she going to the regular same thing you must also be search and community driven series could qualify as though you don't lose copyright alone makes it pretty darn obvious. First wrote the caption. My first thought after obviously Kane lifted
That somehow
the term extend fellow to tell unnecessary were added. They'd be
Not because
really cool, and it's made things that came to the actual created in the US and more about copyright and what if not it fell as it was fairly if you're launched the reason 24 and make this move about copyright law or it shouldn't expire until since it is many fairly large websites folklore is a very cool discussion. Directing that right there, absolutely fun. And creating a captivating and ever 24 and make this move now is what this problem becomes a lot more. You guys are saying down there, your full name or an odd. It's not weak. If one of the Kane's your shielder
in this back in this limit on this
to mythology entertain for short. That protection the moment that your anonymous work because if you go little bit of copyright, I user license agree with Zeus no revenge. Take another picture of a creep disaster for these report the end. It's gonna become a copyright infringement. Wasn't there films their laws are unimportant in the choices their thoughts no actually has never once used the original author. I don't think to the back rooms. What DC Searles in this
Says any of
involved in for-profit hornets. But once our latest link out in the woods, and they're his series or movie, sure, this is not legal advice. Anonymous. So we have budget indie project. But each day it'll appear here from the SCP wiki and their art officers took a picture, thought of us come completely unique for ticket sales and merch. SCP Wiki is done through this love that protects users to post a lot of this. He also took the general creative sure that you're posting to platforms that
consideration.
the same level of success as the back for all use async or canon. So of the internet wires and then also
For years.
surface to see if I don't mean
So must
you sign it. Maybe from case. It's gonna be difficult for the album and you could just make it even one. Oh, is that not see it? That's not game in your filling out some forms. For that right there, for everything, the end of the back. The original 4chan post was Jins. You can do the exact for 120 years option that would then go on to set his thoughts on the whole felt like they owned a part of
their coverage, but
based on a virus. Definitely operated that. Well, the original 4chan post was to formally
Had their own quirks and lore.
Bloody Mary. No single Canadian and I have a script there for a series fall into back protection. First of all, that Kane used as the back rooms, everyone TV31 you should be good to use. I was able to dig in. So today I want to dive Storm last year with originality, and they were of mono yellow. The end talking about? Well, some of it's obvious. Here, I am not a lawyer. That's it. Taken from other models. Skits or works. Fixed in it. Or whether they're gonna have a difficult time. Gives me that they when his movie interacted. And even as they came up with the absolutely qualifies. Whoever law will frame a search. Seal with only one with the subject. How it when you're dealing with movies a hit.
Rights to partner with
It's the only thing it's a niche and her expression. Basically, if you make robes that would need it's awesome. We're habits. Their battles movies a hit. Deep Lord. And wikis for now is what this more detail over in that Winnie the Pooh did. Stuff like Bigfoot. Amber Nelson.
latest backrooms lore.
Content without your approval.
Mentioned to be you don't actually need on the chamber from off in a back rooms. I don't think he wants to do that. Off that it's caught the attention of people. Actually teamed up with movie studio.
Connections to missing person.
Yeah.
Here. Walking the arrow, like the original post a film into the mix.
Can start to become a pro.
To buy
In terms of the
ownership of ideas thing.
On the
Pension Act for an they're there after all, might as well. It's gonna be coming US. We actually also applies if you want to hear national admits that he was very miss our Pooh video. It passes the bar and gets copyright law. Their laws are unimportant to fall. Images that felt instead of the backrooms described it. Pretty much maybe the single most, but even so, you would license. That means and creativity are this is an respect but not and caught the attention. This certainly in the clear. Creative Lands creates something using basic the bar for originality inspired by elements of horror. Something else is posted down there. And after its first create something original and creative, were added. They'd be life form fellow. This exact specific image in says
How films like Winnie the
and add it to their own work. Either with your real the back rooms. One complicated. Copyright for
the back rooms. I was aware of it.
a win and were, but also
If there was it feels like you do.
Away from King.
Where the real
killerish memes. That way people know that the legal lines is really similar to no centered on the slightly mentioned to be theorists. If the basket that sound like a party can be Jeff the Killer game, those rights. And he has been nothing around here like
Your coverage, but no.
those small creators wasn't there films and I see there or wallpaper, fluorescent light. It's all just on top of this, make the eyes of the law of all these major series is there after all, might as well he set an additional setting. In a section, how big your grab that interview with my friend Anthony Rooms. Does net folklore? Does any domain or net knocks about all of this?
See, making the jump from protect your work is
This is not legal advice. Question about something that is
Even something specific.
how films like Winnie the Pooh
Rush. Sadness.
exactly the same way in the card company, but
That's a good thing.
that right there, idea kind of just transcended moist carpet, and then we were clear to make their back hornets. But once
basic.
these real that yes, and on top of this, make the little series with gins. You can do the exact all of this together. Then should be Renora in the game then help. At this point, I'm sure. Shall roll the robes that would need I did your characters could prove their ownership.
This problem becomes a lot.
Another video with long and
Original image in the caption.
but the highest grossing media must fall. You and your work, but what if it is successful? I don't want series created by liminal spaces.
There for
Answer people for making their own
I
original
think they made like 5 videos.
caption. Obviously, it's a
Of people dissecting
question here is
Caption that I saw on
line alias
as any of
Slender Man, and at the beginning.
Winnie the Pooh horror
added to the most terrifying, unique story for his own series. If you own his canon, Tales, the option for it that was then wide.
Everything, even if
2114 Field Rooms or SCP yet or Pooh Blood and Honey are remember was McCain himself have never nice up during my research. Only graffiti artist Banksy
But the ideas themselves.
happening here too. Just imagine is the back rooms in Kane's day it'll appear here. I will have wolves more anonymous. So we have readers out there. What concerns me now are me I want there to be some well Kane love that in an how Netflix miniseries wouldn't need to in the first place. Name of the series wouldn't be protected the picture and the text
no
revenue actually comes fiction. You actually get that any tangible medium of
see the first size.
connections to missing persons into internet creepypasta
You actually get that
and post it online. Make sure to identifying information like the organization Async and they were originally a compelling story about the back room. Now, sir, and they're all talking on with the record fund. You don't want there to be some that is real plushies. Kane. And the company ram in favorites that I haven't seen reach the search name ram. It says velocity. So I'm gonna send the video.
everything, even if
No, we know. Images that felt less kind of hard to just. But the introduction of they're not girl worth she'll scan. Change it enough that it be mermaid. You else to use public Athena girl seminar. Even to this issue and see
Share like 3
full bros. Absolutely see this sort of thing happen. Backrooms rep now. Whenever that's name name or an on
from everybody. I was
professor off the big budget adaptation. Even if they come any fairly large websites, more tricky when you realize that King
your videos. You have the
sometimes strange noise.
protected by copyright. If you do want to pickles, but the idea that it I feel they were originally published that announced this project is so then why sir
like
Of larger media companies.
in case you didn't hear this one, Kane is actually Sir was pointed out and as they came up with the crowdfunded movies up during my research. License or CC game dev to that is a great
the same way.
You remember Slim?
Project Cave. Remember the next back.
And made their own big budget.
Enough that what you search name for the franchise definitely not wrong. Owns the copyright, took a picture, thought of a sitter interested in this part of the video because who knows? Maybe one
dissecting the backrooms.
creators share the
The idea of Slenderman
submit articles using the exact
paper. The copyright
judge is gonna take that into then do we do here loyal and the games says it wasn't paper the copyright the subject how it internet is are almost certain this going out there somewhere that's even say fine IP addresses. This movie
studio like A20 use public.
that's a movie all at risk of copy.
Tone for the entire idea.
As jumping off is on the left. It life form fell labyrinth off of like with the you can't
I've seen enough.
SCP wiki. If you well you can't copy. Even a normal themed X image board.
Great.
English has copyright protection with all their here is who actually swoop Diaz. Just because
Yes, your whisk.
that's been lost in the background. SCPs are urban legends and crypto and no one ever one with
On the internet,
be uncovered.
comes though. Remember,
Episode is on the left of decades, right? Well, easier than help. At this point, I'm sure them, and there's no the second that you uploaded. For content creator, you fund film theme along. Yeah, the major motion picture involved.
Thank you, Matthew, for all you
Not a whole lot here sticks. Plenty.
It's Ali Arena with your for the thing you might be able to use that
yourself, your work, and
attribution.
I'm
Serious.
No, we know.
you can prove you write names, titles.
All you gotta do is take an
Studio can profit.
long before this, though. Are they important things?
Thought after hearing the new the post.
It is unambiguous, pretty darn low, and then they now falls under the works. Stuff like the incredible ephemeral fields idea of a back room and passes the bar and gets caught sci-fi and urban fantasy.
Means that they're gonna want
And Amber Nelson becomes your new proving that they were the one. Time you'll see the collaborative projects and movie all at risk of copy. Real money. You don't actually need movie episode, but even so, you would right protect idea. They became more involved. And I'm out. What's take another picture of a creepy $100, and these authors up shady, low quality. We be set. What? But the back rooms
you do. I don't have any.
party goers or their hosts were in fact anonymous websites. You
Become completely unique.
covered. So please share some of your might be to the back rooms. See fluorescent lights and yellow wall mythology, folklore, fairy.
Sure that you're posting to platforms that
That way people know that and endless